Bonjour everyone, Pantoufleee here today for another preview in which we're going to talk about the mighty reward you're going to be able to get for free in the 7.9 update, aka the IS-290-45. And to be fair, Wargaming giving away this tank is quite good for two things. First, historically talking, as we have the 8th of May, which is the end of World War II coming, it's interesting to see that Wargaming wants to give us something that is historical for once and not something like a Smasher or even an Annihilator. But on top of that, the tank is actually good. Yes, it's not completely broken like a Smasher or something like that, but it's still competitive, and that's what we're going to try to see through that video. So let's not lose too much time and jump directly into it. The first question is, how do I know that an event is coming? It's quite simple. You just load into the Apple Store, you search World of Tank Blitz, or even in Google Store, it's the exact same, and you check the historic of updates concerning World of Tank Blitz, and you're going to see what they are preparing for us during the 7.9 update. And this line especially says, obtain containers and resources and acquire the IS-290-45, a premium tank of rank 7. So yeah, we are going to be able to get it probably for free, because that tank is not OP enough to be coming in crates where you have to spend your money. But we're going to review a little bit both the event and the tank right now. First, concerning the tank itself, let's talk about it briefly. It's an IS, a regular IS, but made premium. But unlike the regular IS from the tech tree, the Russian, here you have a Chinese. And you also have a way better armor when it comes to the hull than the traditional IS, because this one doesn't feature the upper part of the hull weak spot because everything is angled. And on top of that, you feature the exact same gun as the one you have on the regular IS or the IS-2 Pravda. And this gun is really good. It's really good for one thing, the alpha damage. 400 alpha damage at tier 7 is quite juicy, but it comes with a price, which is the gun dispersion. The gun dispersion on that thing is horrific, but as most of your shells are guided by Stalin, like it's my case right now, when you try to snapshot, most of them will go through. Now, there is one last thing I want to talk about concerning that tank. It's the mobility. The mobility is quite good with it, which means that you can try to push forward like I'm doing in this game. Unfortunately, it seems like my team is not necessarily pushing with me, so I'm saying, hey guys, go, push. You see that they're splitted, so yeah, go, come to help. And they're gonna come as soon as I say that, so props to the team for doing that. Thank you guys. Now, the event itself, what can we expect? In my opinion, as Wargaming said themselves, we are gonna have containers. But not all containers are toxic, guys. Yes, when a new tank is coming in the shop, it sucks because we have to create, we have the crates and we have to gamble again and again and again. But for this one, it might be a little bit different. If you remember, Wargaming already did this kind of event. I don't remember with which tank exactly, but it was already implemented. And most of the time, when Wargaming is putting those crates, what happens is you either unlock them through the missions, the traditional missions you have to complete in-game, for you to unlock the crates, and when you open them, you have a certain type of currency that will, after, allow you to get the tank once you acquire a certain amount of currency. Otherwise, it's also possible that those crates are going to be paid. You will have to pay for them, pay to win. If it's the case, don't gamble. The IS-290-45 is definitely not worth gambling for. But if it's free, I mean, it's a free tier 7 and it's not even a bad tank, so yeah, you should definitely go ahead. So that's how the things are going to be represented. You log into the game. It's either you get the crates directly in the shop and here you don't gamble, or through the mission phase, etc., to unlock a currency. And once you acquire a certain amount of this, then yes, you will be able to get it. There is one last thing I want to talk about concerning not necessarily the tank but the event itself. Wargaming uploaded 2 updates during one only update. We had the 7.9 and the 7.9.1. During the 7.9 update, and you can check the log of the game to be aware of that, at first they wanted to give us the T23E3 as the reward, and I think they changed their mind and wanted us to get the IS-290-45, which is, in my opinion, a better change. But it's also possible that Wargaming will allow us to get both the tanks. Let's dream a little bit, maybe the T23E3 and the IS-290-45. But concerning those crates, even if I think that most of them and all the crates we're gonna get for the 7th are gonna come for free, I don't think maybe it's gonna be currency based. It's maybe gonna be based on chance, like you have a certain amount of crates you can open for free, and in those crates you have a certain percentage of obtaining the IS-2 9045. But I hope Wargaming will not do that and will allow anyone to get the IS-2 9045 based on the experience and the time they spent playing the game. Because that's usually what happens during free-to-play events. Wargaming is allowing us to get a tank based on how many hours we spend in the game. And even if it's quite unfair for people working, it's fair as a player base and as a company like Wargaming, because by doing that you reward the people that are spending a lot of time in the game. So you're let's say that you thank them for their effort and for their time spending into the game. And here, yes, if you're working, it's gonna be quite hard. And don't worry guys, I'm in this situation, but luckily for me, I managed to get the tank before any events by buying it like the adult I am. So yeah, now one last thing concerning the tank, maybe the playstyle. How do you want to play it? There are two things that are working well with the IS-2 9045. The best and optimum one is probably side scraping. And when I say side scraping, I'm not talking about over-angling and getting penetrated in your side. I'm talking about you stick your tank to a wall, you just crawl a little bit by angling the side of your armor, you wait, it's extremely important, you wait for your opponents to shoot at your side hull and bounce, and after you poke around the corner, you sneak your 400 alpha damage shot and you come back to a safe position. This is the optimum tactic with the IS-2 9045. But sometimes you are not able to do that, and if you aren't able to do it, it's simple, you try some hull down. As long as you either wiggle with the tank if you can't hide your hull, or try to stay in hull down, it should work. But be careful, because even if this tank is supposed to be a great heavy tank at tier 7, you still struggle bouncing on your turrets. So the best tactic I could tell you with this tank is you stay in front of your opponents, exposing only your turret. You fully aim before shooting, otherwise you are gonna fail your shot. You shoot, and as soon as it's done, you crawl back to a safe position. Don't try to bounce any shots on your turret with that tank, because if the enemies are not using gold shells, then yes, you will probably be able to bounce them. But as soon as they're using gold shell, and I'm talking about tier 6, tier 7, and tier 8, you are gonna get completely smoked. They will not even have to shoot at your cupola to destroy you. So hopefully that tank is gonna come soon. I'm expecting probably the 8th of May for the end of World War II, but maybe Wargaming is going to decide something else. I'm expecting also them to give us on Wednesday some new updates on how the event is going to be like, but I just wanted to be the first one to do a video about it. If you enjoyed, feel free to subscribe, like, and share, and I'm going to see you soon for a new video. Bye.